Hey guys, my name's Grammy Johnson. I'm really pleased to be here today. My Jeep has brought me up to this mountain. It's lovely. I climb mountains nearly every day and go to the seaside and the beach and all this kind of stuff. And I love it. I love just exploring nature like I do here. Look at this view. Isn't it nice? Oh, I love it. I love nature. I love nature. Anyway, Betsy, who I call my Jeep Betsy, don't worry about it. But anyway, she's brought me up here and I am really enjoying it. I did a little meditation and I just wanted to cut this video to tell you about what's new in my life. There's one lesson that I want to really bring to you, and that is about goal setting and planning, and actually getting splintered back into that plan when something spontaneous happens and you are thrown out of kilter or out of rhythm. Now, 2 weeks ago, I saw myself on the plan like I always have done for many, many years, according to my plan. By the way, my plan doesn't, when I create plans for myself and goal setting plans for myself, it doesn't tie me into anything. It frees me up. So I use goal setting to really live well in the present time. So I bring my resources in, I can organize my resources like time and energy and attention and money and all of those things, so I know what I'm doing. It's really, I plan so that my priorities come first. I understand they're articulated, they're clear, so my day sees me doing things towards and expending my energy towards my priorities, things that are going to build and create my ultimate life. So that's what a good goal setting plan is for me. Other people, I'm not sure what their definition of goal setting is and how they use goal settings, because I've been using goal settings for maybe 30 years. When I was a property investor, when I was a property investors consultant, I used to help investors create and develop their portfolios, and I used to use a lot of goal setting, as you can imagine. However, that was slightly different to what I use now. It's not about achieving for achieving's sake. It's about finding and understanding and clarifying what makes your life an ultimate life, and then using goal setting to implement or integrate those things into your life. So I use it strictly as a tool. I'm not tied to it. As I say, it frees me up because I understand my priorities. I understand the elements that make up my ultimate life. And then I understand that every single day when I walk towards my plan, or walk within my plan, I am walking towards bringing those things, those elements into my life and sustaining them as well. So goal setting is that. Now let's move on to the interruption, because my mother called me up 2 weeks ago and I was on my plan and everything was going right, and everything's always going right, but everything was going right. And she said, "Oh, I want to visit you." I was elated. I love my mum. I wanted her to come over. She said, "Oh, she's going to come over." She came over, and 2 weeks later, she's just gone back. However, my plan came second and my mother came first, and I put all my attention on my mum. We went on boat rides, we did this, we went on treks, and we went on trips, and I showed her all of Spain and all this kind of stuff. So now I'm back. Now I'm back into getting into my plan, what to do. Now, sometimes, I just wanted to encourage you by cutting this video and saying, sometimes we do get caught out from spontaneous things happening. That's just life. One thing we have to do is to look at those times as lessons, as blessings, because there are many lessons to be learned from those particular times when we're kind of disorientated because something spontaneous happens in our life. There are lessons in that. So do not go past it as if, oh gosh, I don't need that. It's something to mature you in some way, shape or form. So look at it as a lesson. Okay, number 2. Do not beat yourself up. That should have been number one, actually. Do not beat yourself up. Because what happens is you start a spiral, a downward spiral of emotional unease in your mind, in your body. And basically what happens, neuroscience, basically what happens, you get into the amygdala, which is the part of your brain which is called the emotional center. It goes right round and round and round in a cycle. You go through different downward lower grade emotions, and you go back and forth through them. And this doesn't allow you to concentrate, plan, or focus. You have to get into the prefrontal cortex, the front part of your brain. This is where all the planning is taking place. This is all the organization. This is all the rationale and looking at things very clearly, so that you can get your attention and guide it and direct it to where you want. So you've got to stop all of that downward spiral stuff, creating chemicals in your body, and then creating emotions, and then creating actions, and then creating thoughts again, and you're just going round and round, and it's going down. You're just wasting time. You're wasting time, and you're taking years off your life, literally. So what you want to do is to make the right chemicals, and to get into your prefrontal cortex in the front of your brain, so that you can start saying, right, okay, where's my plan? What do I need to do to get splintered back in? What do I need to do to get my focused and put back onto where it should be, which is my plan? So this is what you need to do. That's all you need to do. Wake up and redirect. And once you do that, you may need to really create a small plan or modify the big plan so that you can get back in. So sometimes what I've done is I've had to double up on something, a task or whatever it is, so that I can get back into the right momentum that sees me back into my plan lovely and smoothly. So sometimes you have to go intense on something particular or specific so that you get back into that rhythm. So whatever it is, modify what you need to modify. It's going to teach you something anyway, and move on. Get back in there and brush yourself off. Love yourself. Don't entertain any negative thoughts about you being knocked off or whatever. It's life, and life throws us these curveballs, these spontaneous situations where they knock us off for a little while, but they are lessons. They are lessons. So I hope you've got something from this. My name's Graeme Johnson. This is Ultimate Life Magazine, and subscribe, follow, please tell a friend, and I'll see you soon. You take care of yourself. Bye-bye.